Welcome back to the deep dive. I'm truly delighted you decided to join us today. We're setting off on an exploration into something pretty special. One of the most transformative experiences you can have, really, traveling alone.
Mhm.
It's a concept, that sparks this unique blend of excitement for some and maybe a bit of apprehension for others, conjures images of like total freedom, but also that quiet challenge of navigating the world completely on your own terms.
Indeed. And our sources, they reveal this fascinating paradox about solo travel. Because while it undeniably promises just unparalleled freedom, the very absence of a default companion, well, it actually forces a heightened level of intentional decision making
Yeah.
and problem solving, too.
Right, you don't have that fallback.
Exactly. This isn't just about convenience, it's about actively engaging your own resourcefulness.
Hmm.
It's a process many experienced travelers describe as profoundly more liberating than, say, any preset group itinerary.
Mm. Liberating because you're doing it yourself.
Precisely. It's not just freedom from others interfering, but an amplified freedom to fully engage with your environment and, interestingly, with yourself. In fact, some research we looked at even suggests this type of sustained independent navigation can significantly boost cognitive flexibility, adaptive thinking, too.
That's a really powerful framing right from the start. And that dual nature,
Mm.
the freedom on one hand and the forging of self-reliance on the other, that's exactly what we'll unpack today. Our mission for this deep dive, well, it's twofold. We want to explore the profound personal growth solo travel offers, absolutely. But also, crucially, we want to equip you with the precise linguistic tools to actually talk about those experiences.
The language
It
matters.
really does. So we're going to share a compelling short story first
Yep.
to illustrate these themes, give you a vivid, relatable example of what solo travel truly entails. Then we'll move beyond just simple definitions. We'll furnish you with some sophisticated vocabulary, natural collocations, words that just sound right together, and dynamic phrasal verbs.
All specifically chosen.
Yes. Specifically chosen to empower you when you talk about your own solo journeys, whether they're past, present, or maybe even future ones. Talking about them with clarity, authenticity, and, well, confidence.
Exactly. By the end of our discussion today, our goal is for you to feel significantly more confident. Not just in recounting your own experiences, maybe a trip you took last year, but also in articulating future plans, sharing those personal stories of independence with, let's say, greater nuance and eloquence.
I see. So it's connecting the experience to the words.
It is. This is about connecting language to a deeper understanding of self-expression. It allows you to convey the richness, the complexity of these often really life-altering experiences. Think of it as refining your personal narrative, giving it the vocabulary it truly deserves.
And what an exciting prospect that is. So are you ready? Ready to mentally pack your bags, maybe even spark some inspiration for your next adventure? I'm genuinely eager to dive right into the world of traveling solo together. I think it'll be both thoroughly fun and exceptionally educational, especially for honing your English skills. Let's begin this fascinating journey right now. Okay, so we're going to kick off our exploration with, well, the heart of the matter, a story.
Hmm.
This isn't just any tale. It's Anna's unforgettable solo adventure. It's a narrative that truly brings all these concepts we've just touched on to life. It perfectly illustrates the real-world impact of traveling alone. Her journey is, I think, a testament to courage, unexpected growth, and the surprising discoveries that wait for you when you dare to step out on your own.
Great. So picture this. Last summer, Anna found herself at a bit of a crossroads. She had harbored this long-standing dream of visiting Italy. For years, it captivated her imagination, the ancient history, the art, the promise of that vibrant, passionate culture.
Oh, I can picture it. Italy's on a lot of lists.
Yes. Absolutely. But as is so often the case in adult life, a common predicament arose. None of her close friends were available, or maybe even keen to join her right then.
Been there.
Yeah.
The scheduling nightmare.
Exactly. And this moment presented a pivotal decision point. It's one that countless aspiring solo travelers encounter. She could either indefinitely postpone her dream, just waiting for that elusive, perfect alignment of schedules.
Which might never come.
Right. Or she could choose a path less traveled, embrace the unknown, and embark on the independent journey she had, perhaps secretly, always considered.
Ugh.
It was a choice between deferring a cherished aspiration or boldly pursuing it alone. And our sources indicate this decision. It's almost universally accompanied by this intriguing mix of initial excitement for the adventure ahead, but also intertwined with a natural, maybe even exhilarating touch of fear.
That little flutter of nerves.
Yes, that frisson of the unknown. That truly signifies the start of something transformative, I think.
That is such a relatable scenario for so many of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
That exact moment where desire meets, well, practical reality. But Anna, crucially, she didn't let the lack of companionship deter her. No. Instead, she chose action.
Mm-hmm. Proactive.
She made the definitive commitment, booking her ticket. Every click of the keyboard you imagine was a step into the unknown. Then came the meticulous packing. Her bags, each item chosen not just for utility, but maybe as a symbolic preparation for her growing independence.
Interesting way to put it.
And finally, with a deep breath, mixing anticipation with maybe just a whisper of nerves, she embarked. That moment, she literally set off, left the familiar behind. That was a tangible beginning of her journey, ready for whatever awaited her.
So she arrives.
Yes. Can you picture this? Anna's arrival in Rome. Stepping out of the airport, she was immediately enveloped by the city's vibrant, almost overwhelming chaos.
I can imagine Rome is intense.
The sheer volume of bustling streets, teeming with life, the constant symphony of unfamiliar sounds, scooters zipping by, passionate conversations, all coupled with the language, melodic but utterly foreign, swirling around her. It created this intense, almost disorienting sensory experience.
Yeah, sensory overload.
Totally. She felt an immediate, profound sense of being utterly overwhelmed,
Yeah.
just swamped. And this initial shock, this feeling of being momentarily lost or disoriented, completely out of your element, is such a common starting point, isn't it, for many solo travelers? Almost a rite of passage.
It really is. It's the raw beginning, the crucible where that independence first starts to form. But what's truly fascinating here, and something our research consistently highlights, is how that initial feeling of overwhelm, while certainly challenging, it isn't a setback.
Not a reason to turn back.
Not at all. Rather, it's a crucial catalyst for growth. The absence of a familiar companion, that person you might instinctively turn to for a quick shared glance or a reassuring question, that absence actually amplifies these initial feelings of disorientation.
Makes them louder in your head.
Exactly. But this very amplification forces a rapid and profound adaptation. You're compelled to quickly observe, assess the situation, and react often just on instinct.
You have to tune in faster.
Precisely. This connects directly to the idea of needing to figure out solutions independently right from the moment you arrive. There's no easy fallback, no ready-made comfort zone, and this means you begin to tap into internal resources you might not even realize you possess. You start laying the groundwork for a stronger, more resilient self. It's like a high-intensity learning curve from minute one.
That rapid adaptation is compelling. But then the beauty of solo travel, as Anna quickly discovered, is how swiftly that initial overwhelm can transform. It morphs into this profound sense of empowerment.
The shift.
Yes, she realized she had unparalleled freedom to explore completely at her own pace, entirely unbound by anyone else's schedule or preferences. If she wanted to spend 3 hours just people watching in a single piazza, soaking it all in, she could.
No negotiations.
None. If a local recommended some hidden gem and she spontaneously decided to pivot her entire day's plans to chase that lead, she was entirely free to do so. No compromises, no negotiating itineraries, no waiting for anyone. That unbound flexibility became this powerful realization, a core, almost intoxicating benefit of her independent journey.
It really is the ultimate expression of personal autonomy, isn't it?
It feels like it.
And the implications of this newfound freedom are genuinely profound, as you suggest. This ability to explore freely, it cultivates a much deeper, more personal connection to the journey itself. When every decision, from which charming alley to wander down next to where to stop for an espresso, is solely yours, the experience becomes truly custom-tailored.
A direct reflection of you.
Exactly, a direct reflection of your own interests and curiosities at that moment. Our sources show this isn't merely about convenience, it's about actively fostering a deeper sense of independence and fueling genuine discovery on a highly personal level.
You're not just an observer.
Right, you're not just observing a place. You're immersing yourself in it on your own terms, allowing for serendipitous moments and insights that might be overlooked if you were, say, adhering to someone else's agenda. This allows for a level of presence and introspection that is uniquely powerful. The external journey mirrors an internal one.
And it's in these everyday moments, isn't it? These seemingly small interactions and observations that the real growth truly takes hold. Anna's journey wasn't solely about grand, life-altering revelations. It was fundamentally built on a series of small, yet incredibly impactful daily acts of exploration.
The little things add up.
They really do. She visited the iconic sites, of course, marveling at the Colosseum, feeling the weight of history. But she also found immense unexpected joy in just wandering through charming small alleys, intentionally getting a little bit lost, maybe.
The best way to find things sometimes.
Totally. And relishing the simple, delightful experience of enjoying gelato in sun-drenched squares, taking her time with every spoonful, just absorbing the local rhythm. Each of these seemingly simple actions, from ordering a coffee to choosing a path, contributed to a richer, more personal experience. And subtly built her internal fortitude.
And what's particularly insightful from our collective understanding of solo travel is how these seemingly minor daily challenges significantly contributed to Anna's ability to gain confidence.
Ah, yes, the confidence building.
Exactly. Each task, whether it was deciphering a menu in Italian, confidently purchasing tickets for the bus, or simply asking a local for directions, represented a small yet significant test of self-reliance.
Proving it to yourself.
Precisely. When you're traveling alone, these aren't just chores you delegate or do together. They become crucial opportunities to prove to yourself repeatedly that you are capable, resourceful, resilient. The cumulative effect of successfully navigating these situations, even the trivial ones, it's immense.
You feel yourself getting stronger.
Yes. Every small victory, every problem figured out, slowly chipped away at any initial anxieties and reinforced her belief in her own capabilities. This truly transforms the trip into a continuous personal journey of growth, where every solved problem adds a new, indelible layer to your inner strength. It's like building muscle memory for competence.
Muscle memory for competence. I like that.
Yeah.
And then there are those specific moments, right? Those memorable anecdotes that just perfectly encapsulate an entire trip's lesson. They crystallize the growth.
The defining moments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For Anna, one such moment occurred when she was trying to locate the famous Trevi Fountain. Despite her map and a general sense of direction, she found herself well and truly lost in those labyrinthine, winding Roman streets.
Easy to do in Rome.
Oh, absolutely. And it was a moment where panic could have easily set in, that familiar knot in your stomach when you're alone and disoriented.
The oof feeling.
Right. But instead, she consciously took a deep breath, grounded herself, and calmly consulted her map again. A deliberate act of self-reliance in a potentially stressful situation. Her internal dialogue, she later recalled, shifted from, "Oh no, I'm lost," to something like, "Okay, this is a puzzle, how do I solve it?"
And that shift is key. This particular incident near the Trevi Fountain, as you highlight, serves as a truly defining moment, a crucial turning point in her journey. But what's key here is not just her initial composure, though that's impressive. It's the next crucial step she took. Approaching a local shopkeeper for help.
Ah, knowing when to ask.
Exactly. This demonstrates a beautifully balanced approach to self-reliance that our sources often point to. It's not about doing absolutely everything alone stubbornly. It's about knowing when to tap into your own resources, when to trust your preparation, and crucially, when to confidently seek external guidance. Engage with the local community.
It's not weakness, it's resourcefulness.
Precisely. At that moment, as the kind shopkeeper pointed her in the right direction, Anna experienced a profound realization. She understood that traveling alone transcended mere sightseeing or ticking off landmarks from a list. It was fundamentally about learning self-reliance, about trusting her instincts, confidently problem solving, and engaging with the world on her own terms.
Uh-huh.
This wasn't just an unforgettable adventure in terms of sights, it was a peak discovery moment, a profound internal shift that would shape her going forward. That moment, asking for help, was as much a part of her discovery as finding the fountain itself, you see.
That's such a powerful takeaway from what could have just been a frustrating moment. I love that.
Ah,
So, as her trip drew to a close, Anna made sure to process these rich and evolving experiences.
that's smart.
Yeah, she cultivated this wonderful habit of keeping a small journal. Meticulously, she wrote down her daily experiences, her immediate thoughts, deeper reflections. You could often find her in the evenings, settled into a quiet cafe, sipping espresso, maybe with the scent of ancient stone and blooming jasmine in the air,
Lovely image.
just quietly contemplating her personal growth, observing how much she was changing with each passing day. These weren't just notes. They were like a tangible record of her evolution, a conversation with her future self.
Her reflective practices, like journaling, they're intrinsically linked to the deeper benefits of finding yourself and broadening horizons that solo travel often offers. Journaling serves as an incredibly powerful tool for processing the new culture she was immersed in, for integrating sensory experiences, and for internalizing the lessons learned.
Making them stick.
Exactly, making the memories even more potent and deeply integrated into her sense of self. It's a way to consolidate the experience, to truly understand its impact beyond the superficial. And the transformation, as you noted, was palpable, observable. Upon her return, her friends immediately noticed a significant change.
They could see it.
Oh, yes. Her heightened confidence just radiated from her, a new composure, a certain assertiveness, perhaps. Anna, filled with a justifiable sense of pride, declared that her solo travel had been the most valuable lesson she could have given herself.
Wow, that's quite a statement.
It is. It was more than just a trip. It was a profound personal adventure of self-discovery and empowerment. And having explored Anna's inspiring story, well, now we'll seamlessly transition into equipping you, our listener, with the very language needed to articulate similar experiences, to make your own stories as vivid and impactful as hers.
What a fantastic journey with Anna. That really brings it home. Now that we've witnessed her transformation, it's time, like you said, to build your own linguistic toolkit. We're moving into a segment we call Building Your Lexicon, because we're going to dive into essential vocabulary power words, really, that are incredibly useful for describing both the emotional and the practical sides of solo travel.
The core concepts.
Yeah, think of these as the foundational stones for expressing your own adventures with clarity, depth, and, real impact.
Absolutely. And these aren't just words to memorize off a list. They are concepts that resonate deeply with the solo traveler's experience. They often take on a unique color in this context. Let's explore them with that kind of nuance in mind.
Okay, great. Our first word is independence. It feels absolutely central, doesn't it, to the spirit of a solo traveler.
It really is. In the context of solo travel, independence is more than just a state of being. It's the active assertion of self-reliance. It's the capability and the choice to make every decision for yourself. from the grand sweeping strokes of your itinerary down to the most minute details, like your next meal, without needing external influence or
Right.
consensus.
You're the boss.
You are. It's the engine driving your journey. Anna's experience navigating Rome, relying on her map, and then her courage to ask for directions that perfectly illustrates this proactive self-governance. It's the belief in your own agency to shape your path.
And closely related, but maybe distinctly different, is freedom. That word truly captures the liberating essence of a solo trip. How does that differ from independence, would you say?
That's a great question. Freedom, then, is perhaps the experiential outcome of that independence. If independence is the ability to choose, freedom is the sensation of infinite possibility stretching out before you.
The feeling it gives you.
Exactly. It's that expansive, unburdened feeling like a blank canvas each morning. It's the sheer joy of spontaneity, the ability to pivot, change plans entirely, or just sit still for hours people watching, completely unconstrained by anyone else's agenda. Think of it as the wind in your sails, the boundless, just like Anna did. Each successful encounter adds to the belief in your own capability to handle whatever comes your way. It's a deep-seated self-assurance, proven through action, that you can rely on yourself. And what's compelling from our research is that this gain confidence isn't just about navigating logistics like reading a map. It's often deeply tied to mastering social interactions alone.
Oh, interesting angle.
Yeah, striking up conversations with strangers, maybe, or comfortably experiencing a meal in solitude. These are surprisingly complex social muscles you flex, often more intensely than you would in group travel.
That's a crucial distinction, the social aspect of confidence. Very true. And of course, the word explore, the very driving action of discovery in any trip.
To explore really means to actively delve into places and experiences. It's more than just passing through or sticking rigidly to a pre-planned itinerary. It's about seeking out new perspectives, maybe getting off the beaten path a little, and actively looking around with real curiosity and an open mind.
Engaging with it all.
Yes. It's how you truly understand not just the external world, its landscapes, its cultures, but also new aspects of yourself through your interaction with that world. It's engaging all your senses, consciously processing what you encounter, moving beyond just surface level observation into deeper, more meaningful engagement. It's the spirit of intellectual and physical adventure, really.
Now, challenge, a word that often carries, negative connotations. But in this context, it feels like an integral part of the growth process.
You're absolutely right to reframe it like that. Challenge in solo travel shifts. It moves from being a mere obstacle to an intrinsic opportunity for resilience and ingenuity. Our sources consistently highlight that the perception of a challenge is key here.
How you see it.
Exactly. The inherent difficulties, navigating a new city where you don't speak the language, figuring out public transport, solving an unexpected problem like a lost phone, they become crucial opportunities for problem solving and for accelerating personal development. Viewing these moments as puzzles to solve rather than setbacks significantly impacts your personal growth. Each challenge you face and overcome builds a new layer of strength and resourcefulness. It pushes you out of your comfort zone and into a space of accelerated learning. They are the crucibles in which self-reliance is truly forged.
That leads us perfectly to the next word, opportunity. The potential inherent in, well, almost every solo moment.
Opportunity really encapsulates the unique chances for discovery that solo travel affords. These are moments for engaging deeply with a new culture, for maybe unexpected conversations with locals or fellow travelers, or for profound personal insights that might simply be missed when you're part of a group, busy with a different dynamic or agenda.
Right, the group might pull you in another direction.
Precisely. Solo travel uniquely opens doors to experiences that might otherwise remain closed. It creates spaces for growth and understanding that are genuinely unique to the independent journey. It's about the potential for serendipity, for profound personal connection that arises when you are receptive and unencumbered. Every unknown is really an invitation.
And culture, such a key element, so richly experienced often by solo travelers. It's much more than just visiting museums or famous sites, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Culture here refers to the immersive, holistic aspect of encountering new customs, traditions, ways of life that differ significantly from your own. As a solo traveler, you often find yourself more directly engaging with local people and their daily rhythms. You might eat where they eat, shop where they shop, observe the interactions more closely.
You're more embedded.
Exactly. This direct, unmediated interaction and observation is how your horizons are broadened in a very authentic, visceral way. You're not just reading about a culture or viewing it from a distance. You're living within it, observing, maybe participating, and allowing it to reshape your understanding of the world. It's an intimate exchange that leaves a lasting imprint on your perspective.
Then there's the word journey, which, as you mentioned earlier, encompasses so much more than just the physical act of moving from A to B.
It really does. Journey carries a profound dual meaning for the solo traveler. It's certainly the physical path you take from one geographical location to another. But concurrently, and perhaps more significantly, it's the internal, transformative personal journey of self-discovery and growth that unfolds alongside it.
The inner trip matches the outer one.
You could say that. It implies a process of change, evolution, and deep reflection. It's as much about the emotional and psychological landscape you traverse as the geographical one. Just like Anna experienced as she wrote down her thoughts and noticed her own transformation, it's about a trajectory of self-actualization.
And discovery. That sounds like a core reward of solo travel, almost the treasure you bring back home with you.
Discovery is indeed a central reward, and it encompasses several layers. It refers to the revelations that occur, not just discovering new hidden places or local gems, which is great, but more significantly, discovering new aspects of oneself, new capabilities, new strengths you didn't even know you possessed.
Aha moments.
Exactly. Those are the aha moments, the flashes of insight that make the experience so rich and personally meaningful. It's the realization of what you're truly capable of when faced with new situations. It leads to an expanded sense of self-awareness and potential. It's about realizing your own capacity.
And finally, wrapping up this lexicon section, adventure. The overarching spirit of solo exploration that ties all these threads together.
Adventure really encapsulates all these elements we've discussed. It describes the excitement, the novelty, and the profound willingness to take a risk into the unknown. Embracing the unpredictable and the thrilling aspects of solo exploration, it's a mindset, really. An openness, courage, and resilience that defines the entire solo travel experience.
A mindset.
And our research suggests that while adventure might sound like high-octane excitement, for many solo travelers, the most profound adventures are often internal. Moments of quiet reflection, maybe, or overcoming small personal hurdles that feel monumental at the time. It's not always about scaling mountains.
Right.
Sometimes it's just about finding your way to that perfect, secluded cafe.
Those quiet victories.
Exactly. These create truly unforgettable experiences precisely because they involve stepping into new territories, both geographical and personal. Now that we've equipped you with these powerful standalone words, let's explore how they become even more powerful, more natural, when combined with specific phrases that naturally fit together.
Fantastic. And as you master those individual words, you'll find your descriptions gaining a real natural flow. But to truly achieve that, we're now moving on to sounding natural. This is all about collocations.
Ah, yes, word partnerships.
Exactly. Think of collocations as like the magnetic pull between words. They're not just grammatically correct pairings, but the natural, almost unconscious way native speakers combine words to convey meaning efficiently and authentically. Mastering them isn't about memorizing endless lists, but understanding the subtle linguistic logic that makes your English sound truly fluent. It's the difference between saying make a decision and, I don't know, do a decision.
Right. One just sounds right.
It does. They are key to conversational fluency and painting those vivid pictures when you talk about your experiences.
Exactly. Understanding collocations significantly elevates your expressive ability. It allows your communication to feel far more idiomatic and less, well, translated. Let's delve into some essential ones specifically for describing solo trips.
Great. We'll start with the most direct and foundational one, travel alone.
Travel alone is, of course, the most direct and common way to express the core concept of this entire deep dive. It simply states the fact, undertaking an independent journey without companions. It's the literal definition of our topic.
Right. And we saw Anna make that courageous decision to travel alone to Italy. It's clear, concise, immediately understandable, sets the stage for everything else.
Then, a phrase that describes a core benefit we discussed: gain confidence.
Yes, this collocation perfectly describes that dynamic process of building self-assurance through experience. As we heard in Anna's story, with each small success ordering coffee, navigating a new district, she began to gain confidence brick by brick. It's an active, ongoing process, not some sudden revelation.
Then there's explore freely. That beautifully captures a unique aspect of solo travel.
Explore freely really captures the essence of that uninhibited, unconstrained exploration.
Mm.
Anna's ability to explore freely in Rome meant she could follow her every whim, spend as long as she liked at a fascinating museum, or just wander without a timetable or anyone else's input.
Total free.
Total freedom. She set her own agenda entirely, and that, as we discussed, is a huge part of the solo travel appeal. It's pure, unadulterated curiosity in action.
An inevitable yet essential part of any journey, particularly a solo one, is to face challenges.
Face challenges directly acknowledges the inevitable difficulties that will arise during travel, especially when you're on your own. Anna certainly had to face challenges like figuring out how to order food or asking for directions when she was lost. But the power in this phrase, I think, lies in the implication that she met those challenges head on and overcame them.
It implies capability. Next, one of the most cherished and enduring outcomes of travel: to make memories.
Absolutely. Travel is all about creating those lasting, vibrant, personal experiences. Anna certainly made memories, wandering through those enchanting Roman alleys, savoring every scoop of gelato, taking in the breathtaking sights. These are the stories she'll carry with her, the internal landscape that stays vivid.
A powerful and transformative benefit of new experiences is captured in the phrase broaden horizons.
This phrase wonderfully describes that expansive effect of encountering new cultures, new ideas, new perspectives. Solo travel truly broadens horizons because it pushes you out of your comfort zone, exposes you to new ways of life, different worldviews, personal insights you might not encounter in your everyday routine.
It's like stretching your mind.
Yes, stretching your mind and spirit, definitely.
Many solo travelers also speak of a deeper, more introspective goal, captured by the phrase wanting to find yourself.
Find yourself. This
Yeah.
delves into that introspective aspect of solo travel, doesn't it? The profound journey of self-discovery that often accompanies being alone in a new, stimulating environment. Through her reflections, her journal, Anna was truly beginning to find herself on her trip, understanding her capabilities, her desires, her inner strength on a much deeper, more authentic level. It's that journey of self-actualization again.
And to initiate such a significant personal experience often requires you to first take a risk.
That's right. The decision to embark on a solo adventure, particularly for the first time, often means taking a risk. It's a significant leap of faith into the unknown. Anna booking her ticket, despite her friends being unavailable, was a clear example of this courageous act. It's about stepping into uncertainty, knowing the potential for reward outweighs the fear, perhaps.
And we often refer to the entire multifaceted experience using the term personal journey.
Calling it a personal journey highlights the unique, individual, and deeply transformative nature of the experience. Anna's solo trip to Italy was undoubtedly a profound personal journey of growth, learning, and self-discovery. It was unique to her, deeply impactful, etched itself onto her character.
And finally, to summarize the enduring impact of a truly special trip, we have the wonderful phrase, unforgettable adventure.
Unforgettable adventure. It perfectly encapsulates the lasting impact. Anna's solo travel became an unforgettable adventure, leaving her with indelible memories, valuable lessons about herself, and countless stories to share. These collocations, as you can hear, they really make your descriptions richer and more authentic, tying words together in the way native speakers just naturally do.
Oh.
Now, to add even more dynamism and truly help you navigate your narrative, let's explore how phrasal verbs can animate your stories.
Good idea. Phrasal verbs are crucial for that dynamic feel.
All right, let's keep building that language toolkit, adding even more power to your travel tales. This next section is all about navigating your narrative with practical phrasal verbs. These are fantastic for making your travel stories more dynamic, more engaging, and incredibly natural sounding.
They really are.
They're super useful for describing actions and movements related to trips and all sorts of personal adventures. You'll hear them used constantly by native speakers, and they often convey a lot of meaning very concisely.
Absolutely. Phrasal verbs add this crucial layer of specificity and dynamism to your descriptions that single words often just can't capture. Let's see how they apply to the various stages of solo travel.
Okay, to begin, a very common one for starting any trip, set off.
Set off. It simply means to begin a journey or a trip, often with a sense of purpose or a clear destination in mind. It implies that moment of departure, the initial push into the adventure.
Yeah, think of Anna, full of excitement and that touch of trepidation as she set off for Italy. It's that initial push, that moment you leave home and consciously start your adventure, physically and mentally.
Then there's the very practical check-in.
Check in. This has a very common practical application, especially when you arrive at your destination. Upon her arrival in Rome, Anna had to check in at her accommodation, confirming her presence, getting her room key, establishing her base.
And at the airport too, of course.
Right, also what you do at the airport before a flight, signaling your readiness to depart.
Now, for navigating a new place, a highly relevant phrasal verb is get around.
This phrasal verb is all about navigating a city or a location, understanding its transport systems, its pathways. Anna quickly learned to get around Rome using a combination of maps, local advice, and probably a few delightful wrong turns.
Happens to the best of us.
Totally. Those wrong turns often lead to happy discoveries, though. It's about effective movement and orientation within a specific area.
And when you meet someone or something unexpectedly without any prior planning, you run into them.
Exactly. When you're traveling alone, you might spontaneously run into fellow travelers in a hostile common room, sparking an unexpected conversation. Or you might run into an impromptu street festival happening in a town square. It implies a spontaneous, unplanned, but often enriching encounter.
To solve problems or understand something complex through thought and effort, you often need to figure out.
Oh, this is a crucial one for solo travelers. Remember how Anna had to figure out her way when she got lost near the Trevi Fountain?
Mm-hmm. The map moment.
Or how she had to figure out the intricacies of the local public transport system. It's all about problem solving, active comprehension, bringing clarity to a new system or situation through analysis and effort. Let's be honest. Sometimes figuring out public transport feels like solving a Rubik's Cube while blindfolded.
Huh? It certainly can. Then, for recording information, especially important for reflective travelers like Anna, we use write down.
Anna's wonderful practice of keeping that small journal meant she would diligently write down her daily experiences, her observations, her feelings, preserving them. It's simply the act of putting thoughts or information onto paper. But for solo travel, as we saw, it's such a powerful tool for processing reflection and consolidating those memories.
Absolutely. Now, when you're observing your surroundings, just taking in the sights of a new place, you look around.
This describes the sheer joy of pure, unhurried observation. Being able to simply look around at historical sites or vibrant markets, or even just the unique architecture of a new city at your leisure without being rushed. That's a freedom really unique to solo travel.
Taking it all in.
Exactly. It's about taking it all in visually,
Yeah.
absorbing the atmosphere.
And for experimenting with something new, whether it's food or an activity, you try out that thing.
Solo travel is the perfect opportunity to be adventurous, right?
Yeah.
Step outside your comfort zone. You can try out a new local dish that looks maybe a bit intimidating at first,
Go for it.
or you could try out a different mode of transport, like a Vespa or a regional train you've never used before. It's all about experimenting, experiencing something for the first time, and embracing novelty.
And of course, after your enriching journey comes to an end, you come back.
Coming back, yes, coming back home after an enriching solo trip carries this special, often altered feeling. You return, but not quite the same person who set off.
Changed by the experience.
Exactly. Bringing with you new perspectives, heightened confidence, and a wealth of experiences and stories. It's a return, but definitely with a transformation.
Finally, to describe moving from one location or progressing from one experience to the next within your trip, we use move on.
That's right. After exploring one city thoroughly, feeling you've absorbed its essence, you might decide it's time to move on to the next part of your itinerary, or move on to a new country entirely, ready for fresh experiences.
It signifies progress.
Yes, progression, the continuous nature of travel, and the intentional shift to a new phase of your adventure. These phrasal verbs, when you use them naturally, will make your solo travel narratives truly come alive, adding dynamism and real authenticity.
So that brings us towards the end of our deep dive into the multifaceted world of traveling alone. We've journeyed through an inspiring story with Anna, haven't we? Observed her remarkable growth, and hopefully provided you with a valuable linguistic toolkit. Our aim was really to give you a rich, nuanced understanding of independent journeys and the profound personal growth they can offer, illuminated by insights from our collective sources. We trust you've enjoyed exploring these concepts with us today.
Absolutely. It's been fascinating. And now, the ball is truly in your court, as they say. We've given you the words, the sophisticated phrases, the inspiration from Anna's story. But the importance of practice cannot be overstated. Actively using this vocabulary, these collocations, these phrasal verbs, that's what will empower you to confidently describe your own past, present, or even future solo experiences.
Don't let it just sit there.
Exactly. Don't just listen. Engage with it. Speak, write, integrate them into your own narrative. Make them your own.
And remember this. While traveling alone can initially seem intimidating, maybe like a formidable leap into the unknown, our research consistently shows it stands as one of the most effective and profound ways to foster personal growth and self-discovery.
That underlying benefit.
Yes, it challenges you in ways that ultimately empower you, leading to a deeper understanding of yourself, your capabilities, and the incredible world around you. It's truly an investment in yourself that pays dividends for a lifetime.
What a powerful thought to leave you with an investment in self, a journey of discovery. Until next time, keep diligently practicing your English. Keep those linguistic muscles strong. And most importantly, keep exploring the incredible world around you, whether it's just around the corner or across an ocean.
There's always something new to discover.
There is. There's always another adventure waiting, and we hope you're feeling a bit more ready, maybe even excited to embrace it. Goodbye for now.